everyone. I figured let's do another get ready with me today. This is my scrub top. It's got this cute little crisscross on it and it's very tropical, summery, just like it still feels in Florida. So this is what we're working with today for our uniform. I always share one product that I really love that's non-makeup related, and today I am sharing this coconut creme moisturizer from Devoted Creations. Quick story about this: my husband and I were on the beach walking, and we walked by a family that was unpacking their beach tent and all of their beach supplies. And as I walked by, I smelled whatever this mother was wearing, and I fell in love with it. So when we came back for our walk, they were unpacked. I said, I have to ask you what you are wearing because this is amazing. And this is what she told me she was wearing. I got it from the Tanning Outlet or something like that. I think you can get this from Amazon. It's very affordable, and it is my very favorite coconut scent. It's also really rich and creamy. So now that we have that out of the way, let's start with our makeup look. For my eyeshadow primer today, I'm going to use the NARS. This looks white, but really it is pretty transparent on the eyes. It dries down pretty quickly, and it really helps my eyeshadows to adhere well. I am going to have all of the products listed right here under me. The next product that I'm going to go in with is my One Size primer. Again, I will have the exact name of this listed below. Here's the consistency. It has these little beads in it, if you can see those. This is a gel consistency. It is not totally a gripping primer, but if I had to put it in a category, that's where I would put it. I love this primer. So it just adds a nice shine. I've already put my skin products on for the day. For under eye corrector, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty under eye corrector. This is just a little bit dark on me. I only use a tad bit, but as I add more products on top, I find that it blends out really well. My goal today is not to cover my face up with my mirror. Y'all will have to let me know how I did. Blends in really, really well. This is one of the few color correctors that I can put on under my concealers, and it doesn't make my eyes look thick or cakey. There, got just a little bit of color correction going on now. Next step is going to be my foundation. This is the KVD Good Apple foundation. This is my very favorite foundation of all time that I have tried in the last 3 years on my makeup journey. I have to kind of make that as a caveat because I have tried a lot of foundations in the last 3 years, but I don't think I can properly say I've tried them all. So far, this is my favorite. It is a serum texture. I have this one and the Glossier in 2 shades. That's how much I like these. So this is the summer shade. I got out a little bit this weekend, so I have a little bit of color on my face. So I can use my summery shade. I have a big problem with foundations being too warm for me. This is no exception. The lighter one, my winter shade, is a little bit cooler, which is nice. Again, sometimes if you have a super cool undertone or a super olivey undertone. Some options are limited, and that's okay with me because I can overcome a little bit of a shade difference if I really, really love the formula, the wear, and the finish on my skin. So I feel like that one size is still peeking under, and so I have a beautiful glowiness to my face. This foundation, I cannot say enough how much I love it. So for cream bronzer, I'm going to use the Tower 28 and a Zoeva brush. And the Tower 28 is a very subtle bronzer. So today I'm really amping up the eyes. So I'm going to keep the rest of the face pretty subtle. I like the tone of this particular bronzer. Again, I'll list it down below. And my usual nose contour. This is all I do for a nose contour. So very subtle but effective bronze. I'm also going to use a Tower 28 blush today. I just don't think I've met a Tower 28 product that I don't like. I haven't tried everything from the brand. This is very pigmented. Everything so far that I have tried from Tower 28 has worked really well for me, and I would say that it's a mature, skin-friendly brand. It's more of the lighter makeup aesthetic. Go over the nose. So we have our cream products on. It is now time to powder. Under my eyes, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier OG setting powder. I get a little bit in the cap right here. Some days I use my brush under my eyes if I just want very natural coverage. Today I'm going to use my Beauty Blender Puff. And I take some and then I rub it on my palm and then I pat it under my eye first, above my lip, my chin, and in my forehead area. And see the difference side to side. So this is much more mattifying. I'm going to get some more. Again, I have it on my powder puff. I rub it out on my hand. The last thing you want when you're 53 is a thick layer of anything on your face, particularly under your eyes. So I am patting, not rubbing. And now the center of my face is more matte. When I was younger, I was a little bit oilier. As I've gotten older, I'm just pretty much a normal skin type. I'm going to take a little bit extra that's in here now and go over a few places that during the day my makeup will either kind of break away, or the areas that I'm prone to get sweaty, shiny, anything like that. So for me, these areas I just reinforce just a little bit. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use the NARS pressed powder. This is what it looks like. And let me show you inside. This is more of a color of my skin tone in the summer. So I just take a very fluffy BK brush and I'm just very lightly setting the perimeter of my face. I don't need a lot of coverage out there. It's mostly the center of my face that I just want to keep matte. For clear eyebrow gel today, I'm going to use the Kosas. I'll be using the whole Kosas eyebrow set today, and this is in my top 3 eyebrow brands, I guess I'm going to have to say. because I enjoy all three of the products that Kosas has for eyebrows. So let's go into powder bronzer next. I'm going to use Haus Labs powder bronzer. Let's use a fluffier BK brush, not quite as fluffy as the other one. So this is the 103. Just swirl it around here, and just a very little bit with the Haus Labs goes a long way. It's pigmented. This is another cool toned bronzer that looks just like my skin looks when it's been kissed by the sun. So as you can see, I put it just broadly on my cheeks, my temples, my forehead. Just a little down here for a gentle contour, I suppose you would say. Next, we're going to go into blush. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty blush. I think I got this just for the packaging, so I could just sit here and just stare at the packaging. And here is the color. I chose this because I don't have so many corally shades. So I'm going to take this on an angled Zoeva brush, and I'm going to focus it right here on the apple of my cheek. This is a little bit more of a subtle blush from Fenty, but you can really build it up if you want to. Like I said, today I'm going a little light on the complexion. Right here, little bit more maybe. Right here, apples on my cheeks. The other day I went in a little too far in here, and I didn't really like that look, so I decided I would start about here instead of in here today for a little bit more of a lifted effect on my cheeks. There we go. We're going to go with lips next, and for lips I am going to use an Hourglass lip liner. This is not your traditional pencil liner. It's a little on the creamy side. I tend to enjoy liners that are closer to my lip tone, and I don't really overline. Sometimes I do, but on a daily basis, I personally like the shape of my lips. There we go. And we're going to do an Hourglass lipstick as well. This packaging is just so beautiful. Pull it out like that. Here's the color. And I'm gonna blot it on. I don't want a thick layer today. This is a little bit warmer of a pink. I am going to add the Tower 28 lip gloss in a little bit of a glossy mood today. It's a cooler pink. I've been using this lip combo now for several days, and I really like it. So a lot of times I will use my bronzer and my blush through the crease, but I really wanted to show you guys what my next eyeshadow palette can do. I've been playing with it. It's my very first YSL palette, and these are the YSL Clutch palettes. Look at this packaging. Those of you who are really into makeup, y'all are familiar with this. It's so luxurious. And this is the Babylon Roses eyeshadow quad. So we're going to go into this as our transition shade, and to do that, let's see here, what do I want to use? I am going to use a Rephr 15, just right into this shade. This is pigmented. I'm going to use this mirror, and I'm going to go in my crease and a little bit above it. And I don't like really precise looks for my particular, it's not my particular style. So I really kind of blow it out and go above my crease. I feel like kind of opens my hooded eyes up a little bit. Everybody's different, and oops, that was the shiny color. Don't want that yet. everybody's a little bit different and there's no hard and fast rules. I believe that when we walk out the door, if we feel good about ourselves, if we feel like we look good, we feel confident, I believe that's the goal. That's the goal of makeup. We're pretty enough. We don't need makeup to make ourselves more beautiful. Those of us who love makeup, we just love applying makeup. We find it relaxing and enjoyable. I'm gonna go into this darkest color with a Rephr 14 now, and I'm going to put this in the outer corner of my eye, and it looks like I'm swiping, but I'm really, for the most part, patting and darkening up that outer corner. Once I've gotten most of it down there, then I'll go lower in the crease and blend out. You see the difference from one eye to the next. Same thing over here. Just go in at a little bit of an angle all the way out to the edge of your eyelid. And once you feel like you have the majority applied right where you want it, then lower in the crease. I just think that those eyeshadows applied beautifully. So I'm going to take a very fluffy Rephr brush. This is a 15 Max, and I'm going to just blend the edges with no additional product. Blend, blend, blend. I don't want you to be able to see where the eyeshadow stops and starts on my eyelid. There, that's so pretty. And I'm going to use a small Estee Lauder brush. I'm going to take that first shadow and I'm going to put it under my lid. I want this a little blown out today, so I'm going to take it pretty far under my lid. I really enjoy the way that looks under my eyelid. Just a little bit. Yeah. So now it's time for the fun stuff. We've got two toppery shadows. I'm going to use the purpley shadow first, and I'm going to apply this out here from the outer part of my lid to a little bit past the middle. And with a luxury shadow, generally you're not going to get an in-your-face multi-chrome, holochrome sparkle kind of thing, but this is beautiful. I love both. I'm taking the light pink now, and I'm applying it in the inner part of my eyelid and blending it in with the purple. I am just going to swatch these two shimmers so you can see, whoops, there. Look at that. That is so, so, so pretty. So that's what we have so far on our eyes. The next step is eyeliner. I'm going to use Urban Decay eyeliner. This is the 24/7 in Rockstar. So first I'm going to tightline. For me, this makes such a big difference. See? And I found that the Urban Decay, for me personally, I have pretty watery eyes, and I found that the Urban Decay lasts a really long time. Sometimes I do the bottom waterline, sometimes I don't. let's go for it today. I need to sharpen this because I've made a small mess out here now. So when I do that, excuse me, I take my angled brush right here and I smudge it out so that it looks like it's part of the show. And I'll do the same over here since I've gotten that one now. Just smudge these out. So you just make a mistake into something that looks like it's on purpose. So next, what really makes a big difference for me is to go right along the upper lash line. Sometimes I do a thin layer, sometimes I do a thicker layer. Take my angled brush again, smudge that out. The Urban Decay gives you a little bit of time to smudge. It's all about the subtle differences. Oh yeah, this needs to be sharpened. And I have so many sharpeners and I have them in this little half Ziploc bag. I can't find them. And they're nice, they're good quality sharpeners. I got some when I got some Makeup by Mario eyeliners. And they're good quality sharpeners and I cannot find them at all now. Okay, so as you can see, our eyebrows are white. So I'm going to use the Kosas eyebrow pencil. It's a little bit angled. I have to do the angle the right way. I usually start here at the beginning because my eyebrows are white. Every day is an adventure. Some days they come out thinner, some days they come out thicker. Eyebrows are such an important part of framing and shaping our face, and I just have no patience for them. And I believe of all people, someone with pretty much white eyebrows should really spend some extra time on them to get them presentable, but I just cannot be bothered. So that's what we have for this side. Let's see if this side looks anything like it when we get done. This side right here is usually my better eyebrow. It's more well behaved. It usually comes out a little bit better. I have a hair sticking to my face, and that bothers me to no end when I see an influencer doing a video with hair stuck to their face. I just want to reach into my screen and help them move it away. This is what we have so far. One of my better days. Now we're going to use the Kosas Tinted Eyebrow Gel. This is what the wand looks like. It's a cool taupe color. I start usually mid-brow because there's usually a lot of product and I don't want that deposited right there in the beginning. So you can see the difference the brow gel makes them a little bit fluffier. All right, brows are on. Next step in our routine is setting spray. I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm going to be working all day, so I really like to use a generous amount. This is the OG. This is what started the setting spray trend. And I have a fan blowing on me, so I will let the fan halfway dry this. And then I'll start bouncing with just a dry sponge, especially under my eyes, right here in my nose, in my T-zone. And I want to make sure everything looks totally blended. I don't want any harsh lines from my blush or from my bronzer up here. I want everything to be cohesive. It's at this point that I take a mirror and really kind of take a look at things, and I've determined that I do need more blush. So I'm going to take my Fenty blush again, and I'm going to add a little bit right here. Yeah, that kind of wakes things up a little bit. There we go. Yay. Mascara today is going to be from Win Beauty. This is it Serena's? Yeah, I think it's Serena's line. And I have every product in the line if you all would like to see that. I'm going to turn my fan off. So if you all would like to see a dedicated video of Serena Williams' beauty line, I can do that. Here's what the wand looks like. This is a wetter formula, and these are stiffer bristles. And I start at the root here. And I flare my mascara out. My lashes want to go in this way, and I want them to go out that way for more of a cat eye effect. One more little coat on the upper lashes. So let's take this beauty blender and just pounce in one more time. That is our look for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me next time for another Get Ready With Me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.